Welcome back, you guys. Hey, so I did a thing. I started my Roth Conversion Ladder yesterday. We did our first one, and we're planning on doing them for the next 5 years. We're going to talk about it next. Firefighter Financial Toolbox. Welcome back, you guys. So as I've told you in the past, I plan on hopefully retiring in 5 years. That will put me at age 55, and I will have a full career in the fire service. Now, I will have a fire service pension that will probably cover about half of my expenses. Now, because of that, it's going to put me in a little bit higher tax bracket than most people would be living just off of their retirement assets. So for me, having more Roth assets is going to be beneficial for tax purposes in retirement because I'll have a pension. So my wife has a sizable rollover IRA from a previous job that she held, and yesterday I decided to bite the bullet and do my very first Roth conversion. I converted $10,000 to her Roth IRA, and as you can see on here, account activity, I'm transferring 352.113 shares of the Vanguard Total International Stock Index from her rollover to her Roth IRA. Now, one thing you notice when you do this is to give you a big notice on the conversion to make you understand that you will have to pay taxes. An important thing to know about now also is that after 2018, they changed the rule. So a conversion is a final thing. You used to be able to recharacterize it. If that's not allowable anymore. So now once you do it, it is final. It goes on to say generally you'll owe taxes on the amount that you convert in that calendar year. So because I converted $10,000 in 2019, I will be responsible for paying the taxes on that when tax time comes for 2019. Now, as I've told you, we're in a pretty low tax environment right now. Myself, I made sure that we kept ourselves within the 22% tax bracket because I feel like, as I said before, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, I was at 28%, or we were considerably. Now we're at 22%, so I figured by saving 6%, it's worth it for me to pay the taxes, not out of what I'm taking out, but paying it out of a taxable account that I have. So let's talk about why I want to do a Roth conversion ladder. First of all, understand that any Roth IRA you have to have had it for 5 years. Now, when you make normal contributions, you are allowed to pull those contributions out. You just can't take any of the earnings. Now, if you do a conversion, it's different. A conversion has a 5-year clock. So if I convert in 2019, I have to wait to 2024 before that money is tax-free, and then I will be able to take out the contributions. The way we do a ladder is I put $10,000 in this year, I'm waiting 5 years. Next year I put another $10,000. So each year after your first 5 years, the first $10,000 will be available, and then the next $10,000, and so on, as long as you do the ladder. Now, once you get past age 59 and a half, it doesn't matter. But all of those, the converted funds, remember, if they're all converted, those all have a 5-year clock that you have to wait on. So if we look at the chart here, you can see that in year one, now the example here is they're converting 50,000. Now I'm only converting 10 because I want to make sure not to get above the 22%. I don't want to pay a higher tax rate because I'm converting more. Maybe next year I can convert 20,000. We'll have to see where we are as far as taxes. But each year you convert and you start the 5-year clock so that in 5 years, your first year's conversion will be available. In 6 years, the second year's conversion will be available, and so on, leaving me the 5 years I need to get me to the 59 and a half age limit. Now, I also have a 457B plan, and one of the beauties of the 457 plan, because it is a governmental plan, I can start withdrawing money from that when I separate from service at any age. So that money is available to me at 55 as well. Now remember that all of my 457 is tax deferred. It was all taken out pre-taxed. So that's going to add more to my taxable amount each year on top of my pension. This is another reason I want more Roth assets. I made a video recently on the fact that we put my wife's 401k completely in Roth because I don't have any Roth, any avenues to do Roth through my employer. Anyway, you guys, Roth conversions. Big thing to remember is your taxes are due the year you do it. Now, I only converted $10,000, but it's still going to be a $2,200 federal tax bill and probably around $900 for the state. So before you do it, make sure you understand all the ramifications and all the taxes you will be responsible for in that year. All right, I hope you got something out of this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you're enjoying the videos, leave a comment and tell me what you liked about it. Something that you felt like I forgot to talk about, go ahead and put that in the comments too. We'll talk about it. Thanks a lot. All right.